You said sorry today. Maybe more than once. Sorry for taking up space. Sorry for having an opinion. Sorry for asking a question. Sorry for existing in a way that someone else found inconvenient. And you didn't even think twice about it. Because somewhere along the way, apologizing became automatic. It became your first response to everything. Your armor. Your reflex. Your way of making yourself smaller. So that everyone around you could feel more comfortable. But I need to ask you something. What exactly are you sorry for? Stay with me. It starts small. Sorry, can I ask you something? Sorry, this might be a stupid question. Sorry, I don't mean to bother you. Sorry for crying. Sorry for being upset. Sorry for needing something. You apologize before you speak. You apologize after you speak. You apologize for the way you feel. You apologize for the space your feelings take up in a room. And the worst part? You have done it so many times that you don't even feel it anymore. It just comes out. Automatic. Reflexive. Like breathing. But here is what I want you to understand. Every time you say sorry for something that doesn't deserve an apology, you are teaching the people around you that you are someone who needs to shrink. You are training them to expect less of you by giving them less of you. And you are teaching yourself that your thoughts, your needs, your presence require an apology just to exist. That is not humility. That is self-erasure. And you have been doing it for a long time. I want you to think about where this started. Because you were not born apologizing. No baby comes into the world saying sorry for crying, sorry for being hungry, sorry for needing to be held. You learned this. Maybe you grew up in a home where being too much was a problem. Where your emotions were too loud, your opinions too strong, your needs too inconvenient. So you learned to pre-apologize. To soften yourself before anyone could tell you that you were too much. Maybe it was a relationship that slowly taught you that keeping the peace was more important than being honest. That if you just apologized first, the fight would end faster. The tension would dissolve. You would be safe. Maybe it was a workplace that rewarded women who were agreeable and punished the ones who pushed back. So you learned to wrap every idea in an apology, just to make it easier to swallow. Or maybe it was just the world. A world that has spent a very long time telling women that confidence is arrogance. That directness is aggression. That taking up space is something that needs to be excused. Whatever planted the seed, it grew into something that feels like politeness. That feels like being considerate. That feels like being a good person. But it is not. It is a cage you built around yourself. To keep other people comfortable. At the cost of your own truth. I know what you are thinking. If I stop apologizing, people will think I am rude. If I stop softening everything, people will think I am difficult. If I stop saying sorry first, I will seem arrogant. But here is the truth. There is a difference between apologizing and being kind. There is a difference between being considerate and being invisible. You can be warm without being small. You can be thoughtful without being apologetic for your own existence. Stopping does not mean becoming cold. It does not mean becoming aggressive. It does not mean you no longer care. It means you start choosing your words with intention. Instead of reaching for sorry out of habit. Instead of sorry, can I ask you something? Say, I have a question. Instead of sorry to bother you. Say, I need a moment of your time. Instead of sorry for crying. Let yourself cry without explaining it. Instead of sorry I feel this way. Just feel it. It means learning to take a breath before you reach for the word sorry. And asking yourself, have I actually done something wrong? If yes, apologize. Genuinely. Fully. But if the answer is no, if you are apologizing for having a feeling, for having a need, for having an opinion, for simply being present. Hold it back. Let the space exist without filling it with an apology. You will feel uncomfortable at first. It will feel wrong. It will feel like you are being selfish or cold or difficult. That discomfort is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that you are doing something new. I need you to understand what this habit is actually taking from you. Every unnecessary apology quietly signals to your brain that you did something wrong, that you are a problem, that you are too much. Over time, that signal compounds. You start to believe it. You start to shrink your ideas before you share them. You start to hesitate before you speak. You start to wonder if your opinions are worth saying out loud. You become smaller. Not because anyone forced you, but because you practiced being small. Until it started to feel like who you are. And then there is what it costs you in relationships. When you apologize for everything, people stop being able to tell when you are actually sorry. Your apologies lose their weight. Your remorse loses its meaning. The people who love you stop knowing when something genuinely hurt you, because you have trained them to expect you to apologize first, no matter what happened. And the people who do not love you, the ones who take advantage, they learn very quickly that you will make yourself small if they just wait long enough. That is not a dynamic you want to keep feeding. You deserve to be in rooms where your presence is not a problem to be managed. You deserve relationships where you do not have to pre-apologize for the space your feelings take up. You deserve to take up space unapologetically. I want to tell you about a woman. She said sorry for everything. Sorry for her laugh being too loud. Sorry for her ideas taking too long to explain. Sorry for needing more time. Sorry for changing her mind. She thought it made her easier to be around. She thought it made her kind. But one day she noticed something. She was apologizing to herself. In her own head, before she even spoke. She was already bracing for the world to find her too much. She was sorry before she had even said a word. And she realized that the apologies were not protecting her. They were just confirming the story she had been told. That she was a burden. That she was inconvenient. That her existence needed to be excused. So she stopped. Not all at once. It took time. But she started catching herself. Feeling the sorry rise up in her throat. And choosing to swallow it back. When she had done nothing wrong. She let the silence be. She let her words stand without apology. She let her needs be stated as facts, instead of wrapped in guilt. And slowly, something changed. Not the world around her, but the world inside her. She started to believe that she was allowed to be here. That her thoughts mattered. That her feelings were valid without a disclaimer. That she did not need permission to exist fully. I want you to imagine her. The version of you who stopped apologizing for things that deserve no apology. She walks into a room and does not excuse her presence. She speaks without prefacing her words with sorry. She disagrees without making herself smaller first. She cries without apologizing for her tears. She needs things and asks for them directly. She changes her mind and does not perform guilt about it. She is not rude. She is not cold. She is not difficult. She is simply present. Fully, unapologetically present. She has opinions and she states them. She has limits and she holds them. She has feelings and she owns them. When she is genuinely wrong, she apologizes deeply and she means it. Because her apologies mean something now. They are not reflexes. They are choices. She does not need the room to be comfortable with her before she allows herself to take up space in it. She takes up space first. And then she lets the room adjust. That is power. Not the loud, aggressive kind. The quiet, rooted kind. The kind that comes from a woman who knows that her presence is not something that needs to be apologized for. That is who you are capable of being. Right now. Today. So here is what I want you to do. Just for today. Notice every time you reach for the word sorry. And before it comes out, ask yourself, have I actually done something wrong? If yes, apologize. Mean it. Say it fully. But if the answer is no, if you are apologizing for having a feeling, for having a thought, for simply being who you are, hold it. Let yourself exist without asking for permission. You are not too much. You are not too loud. You are not too emotional, too needy, too direct, too sensitive. You are a woman with a voice. With thoughts that matter. With feelings that are real. With a presence that does not need to be excused. You are allowed to be here. Fully. Completely. Without apology. Stop saying sorry for who you are. She does not apologize for existing. And neither should you. I believe in you. Now it is time for you to believe in you too. You are worth the space you take up. Do not apologize for it.